back about a year ago, I came across this effect by complete accident. Just came out like this lightning something or other. And I was just like, wow, I gotta figure out how to do it again. And I couldn't figure it out. I didn't videotape this, so I really didn't know. So I kept playing, found it again. And I said, okay, well, I'm seeing one pattern is that I'm only getting it with blue and green. So I know at least that much that those are the colors I'm going to use once I get it to work. Then I found it. I finally figured out exactly why it comes out looking like that. And I'm going to teach you that trick in this video. And we'll see how we can use it in different subtle ways to get very different effects. Because I'm going to do a total of at least 4 in this series. In fact, it'll be the shirt we're doing here and the 3 shirts that you've just seen. So stay tuned and get ready. Here we go. So in this one, we're going to leave the shirt just laid out flat. We're not going to do our fold where we mark all our center points and everything like that. We're going to turn the shirt so that the bottom faces us, and we're start at a corner. Spread your fingers out and squeeze them in. Go to the next section next to that, then the next section next to that. You should be able to get about 4, maybe 5 sets of those scrunches in one row. Squeeze the row really tight, bring it towards you, and you see how I slid the shirt back a little toward me? That gives you a little leeway to do your next row of scrunches. You'll probably only get 3 scrunches from here on up, across. Again, you're trying to keep it as tight as possible. I spread it back out a little bit while I'm tightening it, and then I scrunch my next section. And I'm just doing them in small rows. Just start by spreading your fingers out, almost like you were getting ready to do finger push-ups, and then just squeeze your fingers in and your hands together at the same time, and it gives you these beautiful tight little scrunches. I spread it back out a little and then scrunch it in. And then blend it in with the rest. Now, the only downside to this particular layout, if you want to call it a downside, is that you will not have perfect symmetry on the left and right like the way I almost always do my folds on my videos, which you can see a video of that particular type of fold if you go to my channel, Dyeverse Designs, Dyeverse Designs on YouTube. So we tighten that up, and now I'm going to zoom in a little so that you can see we're trying to have no great big section in our scrunches. I'm not going to work the top part yet. I want to try to stay working from the bottom parts of the sleeve and around to that just under the collar. I want to try to save around the outside of the sleeve and around the shoulder and the top of the collar from the very last parts. And again, you know, once you get this part done, you want to go around your edges real good, because you don't want to have any big wide section of edges. You want to have everything, as many crinkles as you can possibly get. The more you get, the better effect you get. I just wanted to make sure there that I could still see my collar mark or my back tag mark so that I knew where the top of the shirt was, because once you bind this up for the ice, you can start to get lost where you are on the shirt. And that's just going through all those edges, putting on all my rubber bands. Do be careful when you're banding these, because it does have a tendency to want to pop up almost like an accordion, bending out like a jack-in-a-box, and it ruins your scrunch. See, it almost tried to come up there. So then I started with some deep purple, a couple stripes, and up at the top I came in with some bright green on either side of that, and at the bottom. And then I used a better blue-green for the other two sections there. So what I did, I left it for about maybe an hour. I didn't wait for the ice to fully melt. I took the ice off after about an hour and 15 minutes. What this does is the darker dyes, like the deep purple, are going to sink all the way through. The lighter colors, like your bright green that's down there, and even your middle greens and blues, are not going to quite make it all the way through. You're still going to have a bit of white left on the bottom after about an hour and maybe even 2 hours. But that stops it from going too much further down, which is what gives it that really light colored appearance, making the lightning effect. So the whole secret is just not letting the dye go all the way through to the other side for certain colors. I found that your greens do this really well, and your medium blues. Now when I say medium blues, don't count the color medium blue in this group. I'm talking about colors like turquoise, teal, teal blue, peacock blue. Does it beautiful. Peacock blue and turquoise are two of the ones that I get the coolest effects. Turquoise is probably going to give you the closest effect to real lightning. So again, after, I still let the dye sit for probably about 12 to 16 hours. Then I rinse it in cold, then warm, and then as hot as my hands can stand. That's where the magic happens. That's where this lightning really pops. When you really run that hot water back and forth along the little sections, and you'll see the sections, you'll see the colors, and you'll see them get brighter and brighter and brighter. It's really cool. So you definitely want to check that out. After that, I popped it in a washer with Synthropol on hot water, and then I put it in a dryer on permanent press, gave it an iron, and you can see the results. I mean, it's just really cool. Now, this is about the most that you're really going to want to have of this lightning effect, or this, cosmic electricity, whatever you want to call it. This is about the most you really want to go with it. I did one that had almost the whole thing like that in just the greens and blues, and it was just way too much. It just really overpowered everything. I don't even have a picture of it because it blurs the camera. It's so bright. So again, have some fun with this. Let me know what you think. I've been having such great communication with you guys, and I thank you so much. It really touches my heart to hear the comments. Been getting a great number of subscribers, and I'm so thankful to each and every one of you. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, believe me, I am living for the better good of all. I know nothing feels better in life than when you do something good for somebody else. Do something good. Share that feeling with me. Click the little button that's going to come up. It'll be a little green circle with a little green tie-dye shirt inside. Click that subscribe button for me. Helps me get my videos rated higher when people search for tie-dye. Helps me get this stuff out to more people. Help me to do that, and you're helping other people too. Trust me, you'll feel great. Go ahead and hit that button. So for now, I am Dyeverse Designs, positive energy designs for positive energy people, aka living for the better good of all. I hope you are too.